Welcome back, everybody, to the three-man booth. NFL Week 9. Dan Salem with Phil and Bud. We are live during the Jets game where they've lost another quarterback and they're losing one again. No big deal. Just another football game, right, guys? We got your picks. We got our reactions to the no longer Mike White starting for the Jets. Phil can't control his laughter. Bud's pretty hammered and he's still glued to the misery. I haven't really been watching because
I think they I'm not sure.
Oh man, yes. So I went last week, huh? I got me and everybody else. Not only did I not get out of Survivor by Cincinnati, which I would have if I needed it on time, I did take Cincinnati for real. That just kicked me right in the ass.
you got burned there. I mean, but
I'm going right back to the well.
Okay.
I'm taking Buffalo minus 14.5 against Jacksonville. I don't even think I need to explain my pick for this. It's pretty self-explanatory. I am calling for the upset special here. Not only is Houston going to cover, they're going to win the game because Tyrod Taylor is Troy Aikman over Davis Mills. So
Davis Mills, I would not have known that was who was playing quarterback for the Texans.
yes.
Just like I didn't know what Josh Johnson looked like until he stepped foot on the field for the Jets tonight. All right, Bud, what do you got for Week 9?
I'm taking the Chiefs against the Packers. No Aaron Rodgers because he's apparently a vaccine dodger now. So
his story just gets better and better.
Would you have taken the Chiefs if Rodgers was playing?
No. All Aaron Rodgers has done has created an opportunity for Jordan Love to come in and play quarterback. You're 6-1. You're playing great. The fact that he is unvaccinated, apparently, has now tested positive for COVID, has somehow bypassed all the rules for the union and everything else in the NFL. Case in point, I'm watching the game right now. Carson Wentz isn't vaccinated. He's been very outgoing with saying that he's not. He's wearing a mask on the sideline.
But who else you got for Week 9? Because I'm going to go head-to-head with you on that game. I'll talk about it in a second.
I'm taking the Colts plus 23.5.
You can't take the Colts midway through the third quarter, man.
We are live here on Thursday.
Actually, it's now 24.5. So if you want that extra point,
yeah, I'll take it.
I take.
All right, so you're gonna take.
I'll buy it at 30.
Yeah.
All right. We'll give you a pass on that one. You needed it with your record.
It's awful. It's awful. I don't even know why I even bother.
All right, I'm going head-to-head with you this week on the Packers and the Chiefs. I was gonna take the Packers. They were plus 2.5 for some asinine reason, even before Rodgers went out. Now they're plus 7.5. Devontae Adams is back. They have a very good defense. The Chiefs' defense stinks. The Chiefs' offense has been making a lot of mistakes. They could barely beat the Giants. The Packers are going to beat them. They're getting 7.5 points. That's more than enough to cover. I like Green Bay no matter what.
So you're calling for the outright upset as well, like I did.
Yes, but I'm definitely liking the Packers with 7.5 points. I mean, Adams is back and that defense. Oof.
But you really think Jordan Love's going to be able to handle it?
I think that they could easily win 14-10. And in my other game, I like the Chargers. They need to rebound big time. They are giving up 1 point against the Eagles, or maybe 2 points against the Eagles, who stink. They may have blown out the worst team in football, but they still stink. And if the Chargers can't eat up that Eagles defense, then they don't deserve to be a playoff team. And I still think they're a playoff team. So I'm going to take the Chargers.
Yeah, that's like I said, you were taking that game, so I wasn't going to piggyback on you. But I like that game. That's giving a little too much respect back to the Eagles, who played a door of a Detroit Lions team.
Well, and the Chargers are in a slump. They've lost 2 in a row, and they looked pretty haphazard against the Patriots. But I'm not gonna read too much into that. Belichick's a master on defense, and the Eagles are not. Okay, so the Giants get a truly hampered Raiders team this week with the Ruggs news and just all the drama surrounding that organization, while the Jets are currently getting punched in the face after getting kicked in the balls.
It's ridiculous right now, by the way.
I mean, so why don't you? I didn't watch it, but what happened with the Mike White injury? So he hurt his wrist. Like, how did that even happen?
While he was throwing the ball, he just got hit
like that.
like someone like, as he was throwing, someone kind of like did this.
Okay.
There I am. So like just kind of like he hit his wrist as he was throwing. So that's
it is classic Jets that they find a gem in a haystack and then that gem gets smushed into poop or whatever you want to say.
They are cursed. Look at this shit. Oh my God.
Okay, so when you say those things, you have to tell us what the score is.
There's nobody within 20 yards of them. I mean, what are they doing? They've given up.
What's that? What is that? An offensive lineman that caught a pass?
All right, I'm going to be perfectly frank with you.
Yes.
So at week 9 here, at 3-5 and 2-5 respectively, both of these teams, the Jets and the Colts, could legitimately make the playoffs if they play well enough. I don't think either one.
The Colts are going to win the division. The Colts are going to win their division because Tennessee is just goodbye.
I see. I don't agree with you. I know Derrick Henry's out, but I don't think that they can get over Tennessee. I still don't think they
I
can
agree with Dan. I think Tennessee as a team collectively is a better team now. They're playing a Jets team that has clearly given up. They probably should have won last week, but their defense is not as good. And I think Tennessee overall is a more well-rounded team.
I mean, yeah, they can beat up on the Houstons and the Jaguars of the.
Exactly, and they have to play them each twice. They haven't. Oh wait, maybe not. It's 3 or 4 times. They still have 3 or 4 games with those 2 teams combined. Those are 4 gimmies.
Okay, but what about the rest of their schedule? They're a bad football team. They shouldn't be making the playoffs.
But they're going to win tonight, so they're going to be what 4 and 5. Then you're going to play Houston twice and Jacksonville twice. There's 4 wins. There's 8 wins right there. Derrick Henry being out is going to cripple the Tennessee Titans.
You think somebody's going to win at 8 and 9? You think that somebody's going to win the division at 8 and 9?
I don't know what they're going. I don't know what their record. I'm not going to predict the record. But
Bud. After Washington won the NFC East last year, I think anything's possible. They could win that division at 8 and 9. Yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee. Their whole offense revolves around Derrick Henry, but.
What you're trying to say is we're going to find out what Ryan Tannehill can really do. The flip side of this conversation, Phil, is that the Giants technically aren't out of it if they can get things going too. I mean, the season's we don't know what it's like with this longer season yet because we haven't experienced it, but it's one game makes a huge difference in the NFL.
If they wouldn't jump off sides again, that's 2 now. If they don't jump off sides, they have 2 wins, no problem.
So things in football tend to even out. Sometimes they even out during the season. Sometimes they even out from season to season. The Giants have lost 2 or 3 close football games. So you'd think that would even out and they would win a few close ones, but they need to actually blow out a few teams, and they don't have an easy schedule, unfortunately.
Right, we're waiting.
But this week versus the Raiders, this is their game. They need to take advantage of a truly dysfunctional team this week.
They also need their goddamn players to stop being on the sideline too. That'll really help.
So I want to speak a little to Mike White because he had a great week 8. And then he had a good start to week 9 before getting injured. They were 7-7. He threw a nice touchdown pass to Elijah Moore. He's not going to come back in this game, but there's a decent chance he starts next week because I think Zach Wilson probably needs another week to recover from his own knee injury, and they're not going to rush him back. They got Buffalo. That's a tough ask for any quarterback. I really hope that Josh Johnson or Joe Flacco is not starting for the Jets against Buffalo, but I'm not sure what they can really put up with Mike White.
No, don't look.
Oh my God Almighty! You gotta be shitting me.
Jonathan Taylor just took it to the house like 75 yards.
All right, so you're not going to watch the end. You've made progress.
What?
You're giving up.
And again, this has been over for 2 hours.
Yes, but you've been watching for the last hour and a half. So
I love.
Take the compliment. Take the compliment. I'm complimenting you on giving up early. Like I didn't even bother to turn the game on. I've never seen you more positive, Bud, in the earlier parts of this week than I have in a very long time about Mike White and the Jets. So it's apropos that he went out with a hand injury rather early.
Now, I will say this: at the beginning of the game, I was very positive, and both of you know this because I was speaking very positively. As soon as Mike White went out, I texted both of you and I said, game's over. There's 6 minutes left in the third quarter. It's now 42-10. And that's that. We are cursed as a franchise. I can't handle it.
But
Any true Jets fan knows that it's the curse of the three.
what's the curse of the three?
You don't know the curse of the three?
No, I never heard of this.
Okay. So when the Jets won the Super Bowl III,
Yeah.
Joe Willie sold his soul to the devil. And he said, as long as I'm alive, the Jets will never win. Just let me beat the Colts. And along with that was Leon Hess, who was the owner, Weeb Eubank, who was the GM,
Okay.
and Joe Willie. Now, Leon Hess is dead. Weeb Eubank is dead. And Joe Willie, this son of a bitch, is still alive.
We would have never thought he would have lived
as
this long because of all that drinking.
Well, you would have thought. So as long as he is alive, the Jets will never win the Super Bowl, which is why I just posted on my Instagram a picture of Joe Willie Namath from 1968. Done. That's it.
So you're going to throw a party when Joe Willie croaks in another, it might be another 10 years. That guy's going on for a while, but
I mean, he's now a recovering alcoholic. He's easily going to live another 10 years.
Yeah. So I do believe in curses, but not so much sports curses. And that's the first I've heard of that one. We'll wrap the show up on there. The Jets are going to lose. That was pretty much anybody could have predicted that. I mean, the winning streak for this team this year.
And Zach Wilson is on the sideline laughing. This guy is laughing.
Well, it's because the score is laughable.
I could care less. Oh my God.
He's lying.